Hello guys, welcome everyone to today's edition of Low Fuel Motorsport, to today's edition of setup guiding. We are again in the Porsche Cup car. We are at Zandvoort. We are on the practice server for roughly 1 hour of setup work before we get into a 30-minute race on the Low Fuel Motorsport system. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight and welcome to the stream. So, yeah, we start with first things first. We're gonna go with the absolute standard setup. Here in the Porsche Cup car, we put a little bit of a red tape because we want to minimize the drag. I will personally also go maximum pedal force, and beyond that we put minimum tire pressures, and other than that we will go out, hit the track, see how the car feels. Maybe on the steering lock I go down a click or two. Okay, just want to make sure that I don't have maximum force feedback in here. And then I say we're gonna turn on the auto clutch, put the starter, and then we have a go. Here at Zandvoort, this is the new Zandvoort version with the banking. And, well, we're going to see how the car feels around this circuit. So, how are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. Oh, nice. That is that already not flat? That is a dray brake corner anyway. But then you need to somehow keep the rears alive. What a rodeo. Oh my god. It's going to be huge fun. Okay, I want to move the seat so that I can see into the corners, because that A pillar is right in my face. Hey Julian, how are you doing? Hey Kevin, thank you for joining us. As we go on to our first flying lap, 50 liters of fuel on board. Oh, come on. Turn. Nice. 200 meters of braking zone into turn 1 is amazing. Uh-oh. At least you have 5 million seconds time to remove the cut. I'd actually appreciate for once to burn the front tires in this car instead of the rears, but you know what this is going to be like. We're burning the rears. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciating the feedback. Why the car is beeping? I don't know. Only does so when you run into the shift protection like this. This is the shift protection. Yeah, there is a DRS zone, but no DRS in the car, right? Way too late on the brakes. We'll rotate the car. Still kind of purple. Not purple, but personal best. Me bad boy, I haven't even put up the timing sheet. So is this now flat? If you absolutely nail the corner, then yes. Here you need to surely lift, otherwise it's a straight ripattoni. Oh, yeah. What is that? Force feedback. Oh my god. Okay, copy. We need a little bit of fixes. Let's start first with preload. Let me see, what is the minimum? 80. What is the maximum? Ah, nice. That much preload assistance. Okay. Let's put it 95 for the moment. Let's see, maybe we need to put that back up again later on. Ah, yeah, DRS zone could also give you the beeps when you are running crew chief, at least that is. Alright, camber. A few clicks less in the rear, just to see what that does. Right height, we're gonna raise the rear end by 2 clicks. And we are stiffening the front anti-roll bar by 2 clicks for the moment. Anything else? Dampers, nothing you can set. Wheel range, nothing you can set. And we're gonna go with that first. Yeah, Kevin, then it is most likely been indeed the DRS beacon, if you're running crew chief. It's bouncing a lot though. Can you adjust springs in that car? If so, I want to have them adjusted. Well, yeah, since it is a cup car, there's hardly anything you can do, really. Dean Hart is having his issues as well. Yeah, no springs on the car. I would have probably adjusted them already. What we can adjust though is the brake bias, because we're locking up the front right indefinitely too much. Let's put that on 51.1. Let's see if third gear gives us enough torque. Should look good. Oh, we lost tons of time though, compared to Dean Hart. Need to check his line. We're back at pit road. We brake a bit earlier, make it into fourth gear, let the car rotate. As much as this is a setup guide, I also want to make you guys aware that it is very important and how you are driving that car as well. So driving technique, driving skill, general driving style is very important as well. We're gonna come in for a 2.5 2.4 seconds improvement, 2.5. Yeah, the high line seems working significantly better if you just hit the exit correctly. Ay. Hey Chris, how you doing? Yeah, the car likes to bonk indeed if we're hitting the curbs too hard. Ay, rotate. But don't spinala. That is interesting issue, like the rear is already way too floaty. Blistering exit out of the hairpin though. Smooth is fast is the wizard formula in that car though. Okay. A bit too hard on this force feedback though. With that small wheel, the diameter taking too much of... Oof. Why is that steering help on? Right, so talking about setup. Arguably the right height in the back is again too much now. Because the car's really floaty on the rear. So I'm gonna try putting the toe in significantly lower in the back. Because I fear that this causes some instability. I do not want to deal with the ARB just yet. I would probably put it detached, but that will take every turning momentum away probably. So I give the camber a little bit more of less negative value. Simply because to me it feels that the car is not leaning on the tires correctly, and therefore some adjustment on that one is probably a way to go. So let's see how the car is reacting on this. I approve the 51 brake bias, so I'm gonna put it even further to the back. Ironically, despite not locking up the front, a more centered braking bias also means less braking distance. The more you go towards the 50.0 setting. And also it means a more stable rear. Unless you are over braking with the car. If you're just making it smooth, and the car's perfectly fine. Yes, I could raise the rear wing another click or so, but then again, raising the rear wing means also taking away turning momentum. What is wrong with the graphics? Something's telling me I have like a floaty FPS setting. That is the case indeed. Bird Evil, good evening. You're talking about front camber or rear camber? Ah, see here I'm locking the rotation a bit. Coming too hot, too uncontrolled into this downhill. George, I don't know why. Gotta admit, Zandvoort with this car is a very bad track from reading out the chat. What do you mean, like, it worked out with better traction in the front? Like the Porsche Cup car is a rear-wheel driven car? Aye. Yeah, but you see, with more camber in the back, the car seems rotating more, which is now giving me an issue into the hairpin, kind of. But here is the stability obviously better. So the lack of stability that gives us better rotation in the hairpin in turn 3 is now supporting the rotation of the stability of the car on the downhill turn 7. So there's the first trade-off we need to look at. And that is an indication also for the fact that there is a lot more grip due to the minimized camber in the back. And that could also be an indication for what the Bird Evil is saying. If we lower the front camber right now, maybe we could achieve a lot more grip as well on the front axis. As it might simply be a tire model that suits a low amount of camber. Actually, I think that is the next thing that we should test right now. We are looking. So we decrease the camber on the front also to 3.0 and we go to 2.5 in the back. I will keep the braking at 51.1. That felt alright. I think 50.4 was a bit too aggressive. Other than that, the anti-roll bar setting could have helped as well. Actually, a tap more front end would be appreciated. Anyway, we're gonna check on the camber first. I guess I'm trying to push just too quick out of the hairpin. To me, it feels like a lot more understeer. But we need to let the lap time speak. Because in this car, it is really just about the balance. How much can you push the car? How much speed can you carry? All that kind of stuff. Ow. You killed the lap! I felt a good lap though. Car was not too bouncy, car was not too swingy. Was rather stable. I liked it. Fourth gear is obviously wrong. Yeah, especially down here, turn 7, the car has a very nice stability in the back. Oops. Wow, that has usually been such a bad hairpin. And yet it's still about enough for a personal best. Very aggressive down. Turn 7. Actually missed the apex. Yeah, you should really stay away from this curb here. The car is just bouncing up and down on it. Track is a classic rear end tire killer. think that is going to be a key for a 30-minute race to keep these rear tires alive around here. Needed to wait so long in order to get on the throttle. Otherwise would have just made the car over-rotate. Killing the rears. I mean, you're killing the rears regardless, but... you know, you don't need to kill them with a passion. So let's see what the second lap can do. Yeah, much appreciating this. Oh no. Please don't kill the lap again. Thank you. Oh, if we stay away from that curb, look at the delta. Much more stability on the car, much more confidence on what is going to happen with it. A little bit longer waiting for the throttle on the exit of here. Gives us a little bit more momentum onto the sprint down towards the chicken. Yeah, I can take that a lot harder. Richie, don't kill the rears. Yeah, a bit more insight here on the apex. Much better momentum into the final bank turn. So, going into the 35s. 25 minutes to go. I need to find a solution for that rear tire heat and for that rear tire happiness. What I think I did wrong in the Sachsenring, like I took too much care of the rear not dying in the setup, instead of having a little bit of an oversteery setup but kind of taking care of the tire manually. By just not attacking that hard. And in those kind of corners, you rather want to stay in third gear. You've seen it. Second gear is just too powerful. And third gear is just the right amount of torque to get yourself a little bit of rotation and acceleration. So I want to still try going a click stiffer, softer on the rear anti-roll bar. So we're gonna go with that now. Let me see what 2 clicks of them do. And yeah, I just want to see how the car reacts on the anti-roll bar. Hello, Cameron. So for those of you guys interested, we are racing the 8 PM race here on the Low Fuel Motorsport system. So in 25 minutes. Should be already registered on it. Next time we go into pit road, we're checking on it. And then we're also doing a quali run. Hey Evil, how you doing? Yeah, and if you guys appreciate that type of content, if you appreciate setup guides and racing on the low fuel motorsport system on rFactor 2, then please have a follow on Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done already. Support the channel, would be massively appreciated. Try more aero at the back. No, not yet. I can give it a try. Just not sure. Like, you would probably still need some top speed in order to do any move whatsoever. Because I think that the rear wing is still having quite a bit of an impact. Doing alright, Evil. Doing alright. Here second gear's probably the smarter one. You need to be a little bit more hesitant in this hairpin. Let's see if we can push it harder into turn 7. The answer to that is no. Because the rear end is swinging around straight. One felt crazy good though. With a push onto the final turn. Don't hit the wall. Oof. Yeah, this is my worry, to have it understeering in the long run. You tried Rensport? Like a beta or? The worst sim racing game. Uh-oh. Ja, is a track limit galore. Yeah, so now the car isn't rotating that well anymore. So we could indeed try to do this with a rake. Just to a certain extent though. Why I'm doing this with a rake and not with the ARB? I think the ARB has given us a nice stability, especially in the fast speed turns. And the right height will help in the low speed turns preliminarily. So therefore we go 2 clicks up with the rear and see how the car feels. By going out on the track again, 35.6 we're currently doing. Fuel load is 50 liters, so should be able to do half an hour of racing with that for sure. I think we need to run a little bit of a calculation to completely determine. The rake should certainly help us here in that hairpin. Unless the movement of the weight just pushes the car down at the wrong point in a weird spot, making it even more understeery. But I doubt it does so. For this upcoming turn, a higher rake should help as well. I'm just not too sure, like in those 2 upcoming corners, this right and the left, I feel that the rear end might be just too slippery then. But we are looking, I guess. Ah, so you tried it on stage then? This is very interesting, like... I'm having FPS and frame issues on this track. Yep, that's your increased rake, paying off some dividends here. Ah, I missed the apex. Ah, did it completely wrong. Hey Bruno, how you doing? That is definitely interesting to drive. Very challenging, I think. Especially on throttle, the car... Yeah, the car really becomes oversteery at the throttle. I want to say it's like a bad differential and I can't fix it, but... I guess it got to do with the rake. Beer Devil, I did indeed reduce the camber in the front a bit. So now no momentum at all. Okay, third gear corner that is. So and I want to see what's going on. Like, I don't get it. I have frame issues with this. Ah, okay. GPU at 80%. Yeah, okay, then makes sense. But yeah, what is making a a 3080 GTX breathing that hard? All right, onto the setup again. 2 clicks of rake were bad. What happens if we put down the rake to minimum again? We just go out and see. Yes, I reduced the rear toe, indeed. Not the front toe, I kept that standard, but the rear toe I went down massively with. I might think that the setting causes a lot of understeer though in the hairpin. Copy, we can check with the front toe. Bruno, what kind of lap times are you running in races and qualifying condition? Yep, Danielle, I kinda am aware about that. Just looking for a way to make it acceptable, stable, acceptable fast. But this is not working. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, it's a bonk. Ow. So, yeah, sadly I had to shut down the Streamlabs because it's dragging way too much GPU usage. So I bring back the Studio 397 overlay. You guys will appreciate. Okay, 37s, 38s. So we are going up again with the rear, but just to 84. You guys may want to see the set. And I will further go down with the toes. And then we try again. So 10 minutes till we jump into the race, into the 30-minute race. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 or 2 more free practice laps with race fuel. Then we're going to quickly check our registration. And if that is confirmed, then we're going to go for 1 or 2 quali attempts so that we're not going completely blind into quali. To Rabadon, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being the 4,800th follower on Twitch. Much appreciated. Looking good so far. Bit too aggressive, I'm afraid. Yeah, making that rear end swingy. And that might hurt the overall lap time till the end of the lap now. It's ranked already, copy copy. I missed that apex each and every time there. Well, we're coming for slight improvements. But Bruno, my name is on the starting drivers list, yeah. Very good. Yeah, the tires are literally done after a lap. Okay. 2.33 liters a lap on consumption. So we are checking 40 times 60. We're doing 95s, or rather 96s. This 19 times 2.33 is 45 liters. Should do the job. Gonna save the set. And we're gonna upload this setup later on to www.improveyourlaptime.com, your setup shop here for rFactor 2. And you will also find there very soon setups for the new BOP and the GT3 cars. So note down that address, www.improveyourlaptime.com. What a bonk. The car bonked? My car is not bonked. Going to be your one-stop shop for rFactor 2 setups. Right, let's see how that goes for qualifying them. Carlos, I think they are an improvement, especially with a new tire model. You really need to drive them carefully. You're not allowed to slide them around and so on. So, one quali try, then we jump into the race. 30 minutes coming up at Zandvoort. And that will be obviously the ultimate proof whether our setup is a good choice or is rather a hot lap setup. According to that, I will take adjustments on the setup before I upload it to our shop, of course. Bruno, what is a good quali lap time? What have you seen so far? Copy, copy. Somehow I'm not surprised that the quali lap time is seemingly not that much faster compared to a 50-liter run. So 3.5 to 4/10. I'm pretty sure that there is a tenth or two probably still in it. Oh, that's a bonk. I guess you can get a bit more aggressive with qualifying setup. Anyway, so 135.2, that is our target, at least for the upcoming race. So we are joining that race server then. Onto the low fuel motorsport page we go. Let me see whether I can keep in the game. Whether that works for me now as well. Didn't used to work. Or used not to work too. Refresh. See? Ah. Server has not started yet, so we can also turn down onto the desktop real quick. Then we're gonna see. Yep, Christ. I went with quali now. rFactor 2 is not running. Ding ding. We're joining the server. Indeed, just 9 people registered. I'm a bit disappointed. Bruno in the race. Mark McNaughton, he did a 36.5. Dean Hart, I think he was struggling though. And for me, it's about time to win a race again, like the last couple of races that I did. You mean in real life, Christ, or you mean in here on rFactor 2? So you mean at rFactor 2? Copy, copy. Well, we are looking how this goes for us. Uh-oh, Bruno. Hurry up. Yeah, guys, so once again, massive thank you for taking the time. Massive thank you for watching us tonight. I hope you have appreciated the setup work so far. Personally, I am not 100% happy really with the setup overall. I gonna load it and assign it, of course, still. But yeah, I don't know. It could have a tad more front end. I could be intrigued to put the anti-roll bar back to 4. You know, for the quali run, maybe I'll try and see how it helps. It's a bit tricky, of course. Because in the long run, you need to have the rear stability. Just not sure. Like, I think I'm lacking at just a tiny little bit rotation. I am on wing 6. Sorry. Quickly. Okay, I need to get a little bit of a screw. There's a bit of a pain. Quick release got a bit loosen. Not too worrying though. Some small hot fix. Yes, much better. Right, still a minute to go. Actually, the free practice session, we're not allowed to run, so we're not running. Right. Thank you, Thomas. Goldwinger, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure if I will straight get Elo from that. I thought that a couple of times, and then I died way too often. Can't see Bruno yet in the race. And I also want to know how I can start this car. Anyway, quali is on. So we are in a rush to get out on the track. And once again, guys, a big massive thank you for following us tonight. Appreciate your time. Again, if you're new to rFactor 2, if you're new to sim racing, if you're new to the channel but appreciate the content, please show your appreciation with a like on the video, with a subscription on the YouTube channel, and a follow on Twitch. Bruno, well done. Looking forward to have you in the race. Do you have me a little tip how to start this car from the grid? Everything I've done so far just made me bog down. See you there, Bruno. Low revs and careful on the clutch release. Uh-oh. So it's like starting a road car then. I guess we're gonna try hard in the warm-up and now focus on qualifying for the race. Turn. So despite you're always pushing and qualifying, in this car you want to take it rather easy, really. Smooth as fast is what we're looking at. Yes, beautiful. Into turn 7, kissing the curb on the exit. I don't want to hit that curb though. F. Could be worse. Yeah, there's a solid run through 9 and 10. Heavy on the braking into this chicken. Kinda just kiss that curb and swing around. Left-hander. Don't miss this apex now. Yeah, it's alright. So we can drift slide the rear left on the single lap occasion for maximum lap time. Can we hit the 34s? Probably not. Ah, 11 thousandths. Ah. What the FFB. Okay, we can remove a litter. 35.0, I'm particularly happy with that. And Skillen currently in P2, 7/10 off. So ultimate target obviously is to hit the 34. It was a considerably clean lap though. I'm not entirely sure where to really hit it. Guess from here on, yeah, don't hit that curb too hard. Here we can find the 10 for sure. Not riding this rodeo. Ooh, shit. Yeah, that is maybe not the cut, but not a good lap. Can we still make it purple though? We don't ride this rodeo. Oh, we do ride it again. Yeah. 346 to go. Hey, Jorge. I see you loving rFactor 2 on VR. I love rFactor 2 in general. Pico Rosto, I see you appreciate the car. It is it is a fun to drive car, I guess. Like really fun to drive. Really on the edge though. Just need to get this one right, and then can have probably a much easier life into the rest of the lap. Oh yeah, a nightmare to make it win. And make it consistent and fast in the long term. But that's why we made this setup here, that's why we made this setup guide today. To maybe give a solution for that. I guess the car has not 100% pace in its current setup. But I also guess that this is alright and fine. Oh, for crying out loud. Like, can I not really make a good start to a lap? It's terrible. Or embarrassing, however you want to call it. Yes, Jorge, I think it will help a lot of races. I mean, the Porsche race could already be done, obviously. So actually, I'm a bit disappointed on a Tuesday evening to only see 9 people here. Because there is no Nordschleife Cup and so on. But yeah, okay, it is what it is. I'm not going to mourn. I'm happy that we have a ranked race. I'm happy that we do have a fun race here in the Porsche at all. Haven't checked out the RF2 competition system in a while. So that might be worth having a look as well, whether something is going on there. They had a Porsche Cup Series at some point too. So 6/10 of gap to Ben. I really want to have that 34 though. Ah, shit. Oh, just on the edge. That's looking good. Make it count. Looking extremely good now. Too quick. Ah, keep bouncing over that bumpy curb again. Oh, this is looking brilliant. 2.5 tenths up. Easy around. A little bit of trail braking to rotate the car. Rotation. Don't miss the apex. I missed the apex almost. And then we're coming 3 tenths up. Into the 34s. Very happy about this now. 34.7. So there is at least some pace in the car. All right. So quick double check on the fuel that we need. 30 times 60. We're doing 95s. 19 times 2.35. 45 liters, that is. It's going to be great. It's going to be good. Right. Perfect. Half of the job is done. We got pole position by a good margin. Not an advanced fuel calculator, it's just some simple maths, I guess. All right, let us check on the start. So you need to be very careful with the clutch slip. Or is that because... I need to do more tests. Nah. Best way to start the car really is probably... That was a decent one. Michi, keep that. Try again. It's so difficult to just get it perfectly right. All I want to do though is just like not... I don't want to stall. I don't want to have a mega bad getaway again and potentially lose the P1 spot. But let's hope we will not do this then. Right. Ik grab a drink. Real quick. Olono Voto, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the race. Welcome to the Porsche Cup Car race. 30 minutes here at Zandvoort. Looking forward to an intense drive. I want to make sure that the tires are not dying. So I will try to take it considerably easy. Jerome, a bad start is good for the Twitch show. Well, that's not what we want. You guys can probably agree with that. Let's see how this goes. As we're getting ready for the race. Right, 1 minute to grid. Why exactly do you guys not have overlay? What happened to the overlay? It's not there? Why is it not there? There we are. Also can give you... Where is the relative? There is the relative. So, alright, focus on the race now. And all the time you have to leave the space. Then nothing goes wrong. Very opportunistic, but well understandable move. Alright, into the long run mode we go. That means brake, off the brake, turn, keeping the car happy, keeping the rear happy. Especially keeping the rear tire alive for as long as possible. Lots of semi-throttle, as you can see. I don't mind if Ben is able to stick with us here a little bit, as long as he doesn't get the pace advantage on us. And that's what I'm trying to make sure by being smart, saving the tires. Have a controlled drive. Oh dear, Mark McNaughton straight DNF. Poor guy. So, Ben is right in the draft. 4/10 off. Oh, where is the chat? There is the chat. So I guess we're gonna have Ben around us for a good while. Again, I'm trying not to torture my tires too much in the first place. Yeah, of course that is a threat for me right now with Ben so close behind, but I assume that I can have car performance for longer. Therefore hoping for a long-term advantage. Let's see how that goes. I hope it pays off, of course. So 36.9, obviously not that fast. Careful with the rear. Very good. So guys, if I would be thinking about a stream on Thursday, what do you guys want to see? You guys want to rather see tattoos? You want to see Porsche? You want to see Sports Car Championship with the LMP? What's the best method to take care of the tires? You mean in general or in particular with this car? More in general, Well, there is a very easy formula with it, which is called smooth is fast. And also smooth is good for the tires. So you don't want to overheat them, you don't want to scrub them. You don't want to make them work too hard. So what you're basically doing, and that's what you can see right here from my end now. Like, I'm not going 100% full push of the car's abilities. I'm more like, you know, braking a bit early, rolling, coasting a lot through these turn entries. Being just like 20 or 30% on the brakes. Really don't pushing the tires to the edge of their performance level, or to their performance availability, I want to call it. And the more I do that, up to a certain point, of course, I mean, I don't want to go 2 seconds off the pace, really. But if I'm just like, you know, like right now I could do a low 36, I guess, performance-wise. That would make me push the tires a lot, really rely on them. I'm just trying not to rely on them too much. And therefore, I'm like 3 or 4 tenths off the pace. But I will be able to have this pace for 5, 6, 7, 8 laps longer. Which makes a huge difference then. Because that's where I'm really regaining that 3, 4, and maybe even more seconds. Depending on how hard the tire drop. Like if you're racing in an F1 car, the tire drop is a lot harder. Also, I'm wanting to make sure that the car is very long in a window where the tire is working well, because, you know, this is a setup that has not been raced yet. So I'm not sure how it will develop over the course of a race. In which direction the balance is going to change and so on. So now I'm already starting to rear slide the car. So now I'm able to read out Tim's message while Ben is still very close to us. So very dangerous what we do here. It is surely one of the best force feedbacks in rFactor 2. Like, rFactor 2 is amazing when it comes to force feedback in the first place, but yeah, the Porsche is indeed very responsive and is talking a lot to the driver in terms of FFB communication. If that makes somewhat sense. Sports Car Championship at Daytona. Miles himself. Copy noted. I thought about doing... That's not what we want to do with the tire. That is exactly the opposite of saving the tire. Sports Car Championships, I had that on mind for today as well, but it's running parallel to the Porsche race. And I was like, I rather focus on the Porsche race for today. So yeah, here you start seeing the downside of my setup now. It becomes a bit inconsistent. So I need to go a bit back to the roots with a smooth and spot on driving. Again, my hope needs to be a little bit that Ben is pushing his tires more. Therefore dropping out of the window before me. I'll go a few, click back with a brake bias. Oh, I'm afraid I should go click forwards for stability then. Very bad. Yet that rear tire is suffering so hard. It's just a car characteristic thing that the rear tire is suffering extraordinary much compared to the front. I think there is just no way in hell that you can make the front tire wear harder than the rear. Oh, that was the worst thing that could have happened now. Slightly clipping the wall. So I need to make sure to cover the inside lane for the dive. Thank you so much for a follow and subscription there. Appreciate it. There, Terry. How are you doing, man? So, a bit more of breathing space. So, and if you guys appreciate our lead, if you appreciate our driving, please show your appreciation with a follow on Twitch and a subscription on the YouTube channel. That would be massively appreciated by me, of course. So, 7/10 is the gap now. Question is, has he just done a mistake? Or are his tires a little bit over the limit now? Guess we'll find out in the next couple of laps. As long as I'm not doing any stupid stuff. Of course I do a bit of stupid stuff, because why would I not? And even my rear tires are starting to fade away a little. But now you see him completely dropping. 1.4 seconds, 1.3 seconds of gap now. And he will occasionally be still quicker than me in some corners where I'm saving the tire. But if his tires have lost their main life, especially in the high-speed turns, then he'll just gonna suffer more and more and more lap by lap. And this is what I try to prevent by going a bit easy on everything in the first 10 opening laps. Yeah, I've put myself under the risk of getting overtaken. But this is where you need to be smart, you need to do the management and push where you need to push and take it easy where you can take it easy and where you should take it easy. It's back to 1.2. .6. And this is where this Porsche car is extremely rewarding. Like, it is a perfect school car. You are practicing driving techniques in the way of proper trail braking, proper weight transferring with the throttle and brakes, with having just a little bit of setup options available. You're learning on saving the tire with driving smooth and driving calculated and driving really a tad off the limit. As you can see, I'm trying not to even lock up the front tires, despite the front tires are not a bottleneck at all. But you see, Ben has pushed a lot in order trying to stick with us or overtaking us. Remember, in the qualifying he was like 7/10 off us, or 6/10. And in those opening laps it seemed that he was the faster driver, but this is exactly what I mean. Like, he has tried to push hard and took loads of life out of his tire. And now he's losing more lap by lap in each of those fast sections, where I'm just trying to still kind of smooth and not over push the car too much. And his operation window of the tire has just become very, very narrow. And so for him it's very easy to drop out of that for the moment. Yeah, the lower camber surely helps us a little bit here, but for me the rear end is still wearing way too hard. I'm really just trying to take it easy on the rear, trying to not even slip and slide it hard. Which at the same time exponentially saves the front tires as well, but yeah, it is what it is. As we have 10 minutes to go. Also, even my rear tires are saying, hello, we're on our limit. Yeah, especially such slides. They are not slow, but they hurt the tire. They heat it up, they put thermal degradation, they put friction degradation, or tire abrasion, generally speaking. And of course they hurt you. So we try to eliminate that as much as possible. Bird Evil, absolutely. Like, this car is so responsive. You feel what the tires are doing. You feel what the rear is doing. You feel a damn lot in this car. And that is really appreciable. You could drive this Porsche like a rally car, actually. Yeah, I'm still overheating the rear end way too much. Well, it's like, you know, even this kind of rotation is heating up the rear right. So effectively the setup is built too aggressive for the rear already. But at the same time, you're suffering from understeer occasionally as well. So that puts you into a little bit of a dilemma, of course. You need this on-throttle rotation of the car in order to not understeer straight into the wall here in the exit corner. But of course that's poisonous for the rear. Sierra, much appreciated. Love hearing the feedback that it helped and that it got you a result you're happy with. So congrats on making it work. And again, I appreciate the feedback on it. So I will also upload this setup to our setup shop, www.improveyourlaptime.com. You then can grab it for the remaining week here on Low Fuel Motorsport. Oh, this time I'm taking way too slow. Oh, it's good. I'm afraid with that setup you need to be very careful with the rear though. Martin, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for joining us. Four minutes, so 3 more laps. leaving some extra 10th here on the plate. I mean, I could also try going for quicker laps now, see what the car can still do. Would probably just not be a smart idea to do so. Yeah, very, very, very bad idea. Rear left is completely cooking now. I'm out with a default flap, so a P6. I think Ben is running a bit higher rear wing. I think whilst he was in the slipstream, he wasn't even catching. So speaks for wing 7 or higher. No, I have not done any of these videos yet. I'm also not too sure if I really want to do them, as they obviously share a little bit of team information and wisdom. Might do so when I retire. So you see there is still performance in the car now. Just keep the car controlled. Smooth as fast, remember. And yeah, we're not speaking like purple lap time fast. But we're speaking about fast enough to go faster than 38.0 or 37.9 by a good margin. Going to be 37.4. Yeah, and Ben in the meanwhile is doing 38.2. Yeah, classic Michi. Last lap incident. I think I don't even want to know how close I was from dying. Can have a look in the replay file. But now also I can completely say, see you later, retires. You've served well. But these are the final corners of the race. From Schleider Lama into the final turn. And then we take victory here at Zandvoort. 3.8 seconds. The last gap, 37.7. What did he do in the last one? 38.2 again. So 3.3, 3.4 seconds. 3.7 actually. But was nice fighting. It was considerably close, of course, in the opening stages of the lap of the race. So, KWE Taro, thank you for the tier 1 subscription, and Helver8, thank you for the follow on Twitch, much appreciating your time. And if you guys have appreciated the race, if you appreciate the content, then please have a follow on Twitch, subscribe us on the YouTube channel, give the video a like. Got any questions whatsoever, nothing not yet covered here in the stream, put it down in the comments area below. And once again, you will find the setup later this evening on www.improveyourlaptime.com on our setup shop. And then I hope you guys can take away a little bit of a benefit from it. And hopefully enjoy this magnificent Porsche car. Next stream is going to be on Thursday. Most likely with the Sports Car Championship at Daytona in the LMP2. Would be looking forward to see some of you guys racing with us there, whether that is GTE or LMP. That would be appreciated, having a little bit of sim racing festival there. Luca, thank you so much for a tier 1 resubscription on Twitch for 5 months in a row. Appreciate it. So, who is eager on seeing how close to death we were? Not even I am, but we're gonna have a look at it regardless. Because that gives us the opportunity to appreciate Lexar's work with the magnificent livery that he did. Really love this Porsche livery that he did there. So here we come, here we go. How close was it? We want to look at lap 19 actually. Probably can see the wobbling. Oh dear. There we came sideways. We were in the grass, were we? Oof. How close do you want it for being completely effed? Look where the tire ends. It's still connected to the tarmac by like a millimeter. Oh my god, Michi. That would have ended this race in style for sure. Oh my god. Can we have a bird view? Yeah. Oh my. Look at it. We were so close from dying. Yeah, Goldwinger, the car is hard to drive indeed. I appreciate that. It really, really is. Yeah, that honestly, like, oof. I mean, my heart was beating a bit faster after that turn for sure. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. That's gonna do it for today. I really appreciated the Porsche. Again, it's a great school car. It is super fun to drive. You can really drive it on the edge, but it is super tricky to drive it long, well, fast in the long run. That's for sure. But as you can see, you can drift slide it. It could be a rally car. And I think that is really, really an enjoyable car. Anyway, guys, thank you for your time. Really have appreciated being with you here tonight. And again, I hope that you appreciated the stream, that you will therefore follow up on Twitch and subscribe us on the YouTube channel to come back for more streaming on Thursday. No stream tomorrow, maybe a little bit of a short. Let's see. I should get back to the video office again. Oh dear. Let the engine die, trying to reposition the car, got instantly hit from behind. Oh dear. Oh dear. I hear you, man. I hear you. Tough luck, Bruno. But yeah, the car is difficult to start with. It is. I don't get it. It is one of the hardest thing to do with the cars, like to get it off the line for some reason. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, and have a good evening, everyone. See you. Bye bye. Ah, we're gonna have a raid, of course. We're gonna have a raid. Yuri Kasdorp is live with some Rensport. Is he talking about Rensport? I did not know that their embargo lifted. We are looking. Guys, have a good evening, everyone. See you, and goodbye, everyone.